everyone, it's Melody Lane, and I was in the Cricut Design Space group, and everybody was asking about a certain coffee logo with somebody in it, and I was just like, you can just make that design space. It's just a bunch of circles. So here it is. Click on New Project. I asked them if they wanted me to make it, and I had over 85 likes to that comment. So let's start here with Upload Image. Nope, wrong one. Start with Insert Image. We're going to use Cricut images. And I will be making one with the frozen one. I did make that to make sure I could make it, and I used this image, but you have to slice it, and this has so many layers to slice. It's a little bit more difficult, so I'm going to start you off slower, and we're going to do a Cricut head. So I'm going to type in Cricut, and mine comes up with a lot of crickets. And this one is from the Cricut Everyday. This one is too. Those are from the Circle, and you cannot purchase those anymore, I don't think. So I'm going to use this one from Car Decals because I like to share my files. So I want to use one that everyone can use. So I have that down here. I know that will upload. And then I'm going to go to My Image Sets, and I'm going to type in Craft to bring me to the free cartridge. It's totally free for anyone, anytime. And we're going to bring a circle in. And it also has a star that is totally free. But I'm going to go back because I'm going to type in star. Because there is a little star in that logo. So you can come here and choose any star you want that you think matches that. There are tons of stars. And you can change the star depending on what character or what kind of thing you're making. With the one with Elsa, I put a snowflake instead of a star. For now, I'm just going to work with these three images and click Insert Image. It brings them all in. These have shadows. And here's my little Cricut man. Okay, let's start with the circles. To ungroup. And actually, I'm going to duplicate just to make sure I have extra circles. Let's go over here and turn on the guidelines. Okay, let's make that circle. Do it 5 inches. And then I'm just going to move this around. I'm going to leave this one here, and I'm going to try to move this one so that plus in the middle is in the center of the small one. If I do that, then I know it's done in the middle. Okay, that looks about right. So now I'm going to hold this one, click the Command key, or on a PC, I think it's the Control key, and then click this one. You have to make sure these are both highlighted over here in the Layers panel, and slice. Oh no, what happened? It's just all black, so you can't see. I don't like these black because I don't like being able to not see them. So I'm just going to change them. I'm going to duplicate this one because that can be an important one when you have to slice characters out so they fit inside the circle. And we're going to do this one. Just change it so I know what I'm working with. Okay, now we're going to make the ring that goes around it. So I'm taking that circle and trying to get it in the middle of that one, and then we're going to slice it. And look, got a donut. Okay. There's a couple of different ways you can do this. You can stretch this a little bigger and then put that like that, and then you have the white circle around it. Or you can turn this white and put it inside. Let's bring it to the top. Like that. And then I'm going to duplicate this one so I can make it so it has a smaller circle in the center. It's too small. Although I could make this green and put it there, or I can keep it white and put it there. But now I'm noticing that line is much thinner than this line, and I want them to match up a little better. So I'm not going to use that one. We're going to make a new one. That to the front. This might actually be easier to make on the iPad because it will line it up. We're going to slice. Let's turn this one white. Can pull it out here, make it white. Or we could put it inside and make it green. Depends on what you want to put it on. If you're going to have a white background, you could just cut it out. But if you're not and you want it white, you can just layer it with white. Okay, so now I got these. I want to group them together for now. So I can move it around. And I also want these the same color as Cricut, just because it's Cricut coffee. And put that in the back. Okay, let's take this circle. Let's make it black. And that's going to go to the back. Let's make it on top and size it first. Oh, that needs to go to the back for now. Okay, we're going to duplicate the circle. I want him to have white behind his eyes. just going to send it back one. Let's bring it up here. Duplicate. We're sending those to the back. And I'm going to group that. Let's ungroup this. Get white. Duplicate. Now you can line these up using the edit panel. I think this one's even. It's at 4.9 and that's at 4.91. So let's change that to a 0. Enter. So now I know those are lined up. You can just slice this through this. What happened to my voice? First you have to ungroup this, don't move it. I'm going to send this to the back so I can see the stars. So now I'm going to grab that one and this one, holding down my control key. I want to slice. So in the layers panel it didn't select, so do it again. And this one. So now slice comes up because I have those two selected. And then I can move the star out. Let's find the star, we'll bring it on top. And we're going to select this. Select the donut again. And click slice. Okay, now I'm going to move that to the back. Now we're going to add some words. I think I'm going to use Nate's ABCs, but I'm going to say I wish there was a Cricut font that looked just like the Cricut logo. Hint, hint. I'm going to use Nate's ABCs. Put it up here. Now we want this to curve, so we're going to have to ungroup it and ungroup it again. And then rotate these. And you can use any font you want. You don't have to use this font. And you could just change these all to white. Or you can also slice them through. To slice it through, you have to do one at a time. So you'd hold this, the letter C down, and then this, and slice. And go over that. And let's add another word. And I'm going to turn it white. Make it a little bigger. Let's see, that close to the same size. And we're going to ungroup. Ungroup again, because it has a shadow, it was grouped too. And move all these. There we go. Now we got Cricut coffee. And we can group all those. Now if you wanted to cut this out in vinyl and wanted to layer the vinyl, you need to attach it all. But if you attach all this, let me show you what happens. Turns it all one color. See? It's probably not what you want. There's another option. You could take that, you could flatten it, and then you could print it. Let's undo that. And then here's another option. If you want to do it with vinyl, you're going to have to attach this in different layers. Okay, I'm going to hide the green Cricut man. I'm going to go back and cut these holes out of the black one so you know where to put the eyes. So I'm going to slice that through. There, I'm going to grab that and this in the layers panel. It's just easier to grab there. I'll slice it. And that, let's change that back to white. It's this one. And I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to take it away. I need to send that to the back. So I'm going to grab the other white one. No, this one. Yep. And the black circle. And slice. And then I'm just going to grab that and change that to white. The reason I'm doing that is so when you're layering this in vinyl, you'll be able to see where the white goes. We gotta send this to the back. And the little whites go to the back. Send that to the back. Okay, and this is going to be the first layer to cut out. And then this one. Like I said, you could put this in there, but I want this to be on top, and this one is the bottom layer. And then we have this. And, ooh, I did not attach these to each other. So I'll go back and do that. doing is I'm going to select both of these. These are both the eyeballs. You can tell because they're right here. And we're going to attach those just to each other. And then we're going to send those back. I don't want them on bottom because, well, actually there's holes there anyway. Let's hit go and make sure that works. Okay, this is actually going to be the first place you're going to put down. Try to center it on where you want it. Then place the green donut on top of it with the black circle inside and the two little eyes. And then you're going to put the Cricut coffee and those circles on top of the green one. And then you're going to use these two little eyes. See, now they're attached. And you're going to stick those eyes right here so they fit right inside these holes. And that way you'll know right where to put Mr. Cricut Man right there in the center. I hope this helps you, and a lot of people wanted that Elsa in the middle. Elsa has a lot of layers, and I actually did do it, but it's a lot of slicing and a lot of work. So first I wanted to show you how to do this, and then I will do another video using Elsa. Or you can put any character. And this file I'm going to give to everyone who supports me on Patreon. Like, they get all of my files. And here's a shout out to a few of my Patreons. Thanks for watching, everyone. Love you guys. Bye. Stacy Perkins, Carolyn, Carla Boardman, Peggy Hera, Lady Fair, Jenny Rodriguez, Cheryl Furr, Patricia Gamble, Tracy Norad, Lorena Martinez, Sandy Matthews, Mikini Williams, Valerie Still, Nancy White, and Kathy Hanusa. Thank you, everyone. Bye.